Hey guys, Michael here. I am so excited to share with you something completely new that I haven't had anything like it on my channel, in my shop, in my home. So this is xTool's apparel printer with the automatic shaker oven. They reached out to me and said, hey, would you like to try this out, showcase it, share it with all your audience? And I said, absolutely. I'm not going to miss this opportunity. This is a brand new product. In fact, it's not even there. I think they're producing them right now, and they're going to be shipping the production models out here probably mid-month or maybe the next month. So yeah, this is brand new. This big old box that you see right here, this is the automatic shaker oven. Out of camera down below here is the apparel printer itself. What I plan on doing is running a series of videos about this apparel printer. And of course, I'll sprinkle in laser engraving videos and other tool reviews in between these videos. But I want to showcase this and show you guys what is it like. You know, I'm a complete novice. I don't do DTF printing. What is DTF printing, for one thing? You know, and what is it about? What does it take? I want to share my experience with you all. And if you, in case you're interested in getting one of these, you kind of learn from my mistakes. And first thing I want to do is actually unbox this, set this up, and I'll get my wife to help me put this together because a couple of these pieces are heavy. This shaker oven itself, it came in literally just the other day. It arrived via a huge semi truck down the street. Guy had to pull it in with a pallet jack. I had to actually go buy from a local hardware store a small dolly so that I can load it up on the dolly, move it around, and actually pull it into my house. This is small enough to fit through a doorway. So that was one fear of mine. Can I actually get it inside the house? As far as the apparel printer goes, I don't have a video of that actually coming home. What I do have is I do have the box in front of me, and I'll show you what both of these look like. I'll zoom in and unbox these so that you can see exactly what you get. So stick with me. Let's get to it. So I'm going to unbox the shaker oven first because the actual apparel printer will be mounted on top of it. As you can see, this came in on a pallet. And it had to be shipped freight because it's actually so big and heavy. I'm just going to cut these straps off. Inside this box, we have a sign that says the most compact, fully auto shaker oven. And on the back side here, we have instructions that you need to follow to take this out of the box. So I'm going to follow along and see how this goes. Okay, so the first thing it says to do is take the accessories out of the box. Now, as far as damage goes, this thing was actually shipped really well. I will say that it looks like it was crushed or hit on the back corner over here. And I do see some indentions here on the back. Those indentions were caused when it hit this box that was packed inside here. But I don't know if there was any damage done to the machine at all. We shall see. Okay, so the next thing it says to do is you're going to pull this cardboard and you actually unwrap this thing. Okay, so you have this little sign here that says, when you cut the strap, be careful. The front panel falls and hurts your feet. So I'm going to cut this and be careful so I don't hurt my feet. Oh, look at that. Not sure if you can see this yet, but this plywood turns into a ramp so that I'm guessing I can get this shaker oven safely off this pallet. Okay, once you set that ramp, lower it down, the next thing you do is undo this Velcro strap. And I'm going to take this plastic off because I'm going to be handling it now, and this plastic actually makes this slippery. Once you remove the strap, next thing we need to do is lift these legs up so the wheels roll freely. And you're going to do that with this spanner, this wrench right here, and you're going to turn on these two nuts here. Now, the easy way to do this is they're using two nuts, and this is a double nut method where you tighten one nut against the other to make it tight, and then you turn the bottom one against the top one. The top one keeps it from moving. So put them against each other, take your wrench and just turn the bottom one, and you're going to loosen it. Now, if it turns a little bit, you want to make sure that top one is tight against the bottom one. You may have to use a second wrench or maybe your hand, and that's what I'm doing here. And now turning this bottom nut is slowly lifting the bolt up and is lifting this foot up. So that one's finished, lifted all the way up. As you can see, I can put my hand underneath there. Now I'm going to repeat the process on the rest of the corners. Make sure this doesn't roll off while you're going through this process. Okay, so I got everything unstrapped. I got the legs lifted up. The next thing you need to do is roll this down this ramp. You want to stand behind this to catch it, leaning against your legs so that this is heavy. You don't want it rolling and crashing into something. So just keep your leg against this. Keep it straight down the ramp. Now let's take a spin. Let's see what this looks like on all the sides. It almost looks like a small washing machine or a small dryer. This is the back side, and it has the exhaust port here, power switch here, connections. And this is actually the front. Inside here is the output tray. It has little feet you flip down. There's magnets here, and there's a slot that accepts this part right here. And then there's a little extension you can pull out so that actually, as the paper comes out or the film comes out, it actually will lay on this part right here. I'm going to be spinning this around, so I'm going to go ahead and take this off right now. On the back side, well, on the side over here, a couple more pieces of tape. Has a little spot where it tells you to push. And inside here, there's this thing that says pull and pour. All right, so it looks like this is where the powder is going to go. We'll go through that process later. Okay, so that's pretty much the unboxing of the shaker oven. I need to now unbox the apparel printer and put it on top of here. So let me move this off to the side and let's open the apparel printer. All right, this is what the apparel printer box looks like. As you can see, it's also a pretty big box here. All right, we have some cardboard here. We have another piece of cardboard with some instructions on how to take the film off the print head, making sure you do not touch the print head after you remove the film. And we have an accessory box in the back here. That's a big accessory box right there. The accessory box comes with the film, an output tray, moisturizing liquid, the ink bottles, and a cleaner. All right, open this up. We have some tape we need to remove. We have some hardware and a lot more things we need to pull out here. All right, we got everything unboxed. Let's remove this tape inside here. I pulled all the accessories out and removed the tape from the bottom. The next thing I need to do is slide this print head over. So you're going to manually slide it over with your hands. Remove the packaging. Okay, before I go any further, I'm going to close this lid and I'm going to get some help to help me pick this up and put it on top of the shaker oven, because the next step involves actually putting a bracket on the back and putting the film on the back side and on the roller. So let me go ahead and pick this up next. This is my wife, Laura. You may have seen her in some of my videos before on my Instagram account. So here's what we need to do. This is the front and this is the back. We need to put this like on the back of it. So let me turn this around.
Okay.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
What are we missing? Oh, this is the back. This part goes back here. Okay. Let's try it again. Spin. Oh. All right. Okay, now that makes more sense. This is the back of this.
Okay.
So then this goes like this, and there are two little screws I got to put down there. Can you get that really long screwdriver and two of those bolts? There we go. Finally. Okay. All right, I have the printer connected to the oven. The next thing I need to do is attach the brackets for the film. You'll want to find this bag and pull out the 4 screws. You're going to need this double-ended screwdriver. Let me see what end I need. The smaller one. So you just open it up, flip it around, and that should fit. Yep. All right. There's 2 different brackets. It's labeled right and left. The left one is the one with the handle. That's the one that goes over here on the left-hand side. And the right side goes near the plug on the right. All right, now I need to open up the Apparel Printer box here. So, cool looking zipper. Tray, a lot of ink. This is a print head cleaner. And this is what I'm after right here, is the roller. Yeah, we're wrapped up in cellophane. Let's unwrap that and mount it to the shaker oven. Okay, I've got the plastic off. Next thing I need to do is put the transfer roll on the back side of this. You just lift this leg here and there you go. You put that back down, it kind of locks it in place. So over here on the left-hand side, there's a door. You need to open that up, and inside this hole is the bottom of the print head. So inside here, this is the bottom of the print head, and there is 2 pieces of tape, one on the left and one on the right. And you need to take those off so you can carefully get your fingers in there, find the edge of the tape like that, and then pull that off. And the other one, there it is. Pull that off. All right, once you take that off, discard the tape and do not touch the bottom of those print heads. Over here on the right, there is a cutter. So you want to make sure you don't get your finger cut by the blade inside there as well. Okay, that's all I want to do in this video today. The next thing I need to do is put the ink in and put the powder in and get it plugged in. But the day's running short and it is Easter weekend, so we got other things we need to do. So, so far, what are your initial thoughts on this?
It's not as big as I thought it was going to be with all the boxes that we got, so it's actually a good thing because we're here in our dining room with all our other machines and stuff. So I like the size of it. It looks nice.
It does. It does look real nice.
Yeah, and I mean, it doesn't seem like it's going to be complicated to use.
Well, yeah, we'll see. No, we'll say we'll get a little bit bigger because we're going to put the AP2 onto the side of it,
Okay.
so that we don't have to exhaust this outside. Now, others can choose to exhaust it outside, but we're going to use the air purifier 2 to actually exhaust this out into it, and I'll show that setup as well. We'll do all that once we do the ink and the powder, and I'm going to let you help me do the ink and the powder so you know how to do it.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all I want to share with you guys today. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I'm going to have the next video is going to be about finishing up the initial installation of the apparel printer and automatic shaker oven. So appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you next time.